CMA students, my CMA buddies, my CMA dears, how are you all doing? So always CMA students have been my favorite. So yeah, let's get started. So we are going to discuss about how to score high in the paper cost accounting. In the paper cost accounting. Okay, it is specifically for CMA Inter students. Okay, so not to have the fear of failure. How can we, what is the preparation strategy for this paper? So let us get started. So now let's discuss the pattern of the question paper. We all know that we have MCQs. Okay, so the MCQs will be for 30 marks, 15 questions of 2 marks each. So with the MCQ base that we have, please keep practicing there so that you would have a good hold or grip of how you really need to give the MCQ questions, how much time you need to think, how well you deliver. Options might be very close to each other. So how to choose the right option. So you need to practice MCQs separately, use the base. Okay. So then from the balance sum, so balance after MCQ questions are over, they would be giving you about 7 questions. Out of that, you need to choose 5 questions. Choose 5 questions. So in that, generally speaking, in the 7 questions that they give, the last question will be generally theory-based question. So what I'm trying to say here is, so with the material that we have, the cost accounting theory is put up in the book. So please go through the theory and please study the theory. So we have it with examples. We have it simplified form in our book. So what you will do is every day a little bit you can read so that you're completing the theory completely, fully you're able to complete the theory. Okay. So with that, what happens is, suppose you're finding the paper to be a little difficult. If you're strong in theory, then the last question you can attempt and you can be sure of getting those 7 marks. Okay. So 7 plus 7, so 14 marks. So generally speaking, every question is about 14 marks and there will be, each question will be split into 2 7-mark questions. We are all very, familiar with that. So generally speaking, the 6th question alone will be for 14 marks. No subdivision, 6th question will be for 14 marks. These are all general observations that we have made. And this question is generally asked from marginal costing. And students may feel uncomfortable to attempt this 14 mark. So while studying itself, please don't, skip marginal costing and all that. That's not a good idea. So see what happens if you have studied marginal costing really well and the sums that you prepared, from that one problem has been asked for 14 marks. You know the problem really well, isn't it? So that is how you should look at the paper. So when you're studying, you should not leave anything in option. Only when you're writing in the exam, you're allowed to choose the options. What I'm trying to communicate here is, just because 14 marks generally comes from marginal costing, some students are trying to avoid it. No, please prepare really well. If you prepare really well, you may find this question to be easy and some other question may be difficult also. So this is what it is. I have just told you so that you will have an idea of how your paper will look like. And if you still feel after preparation also, no ma'am, I'm not comfortable with the 6th question, that 14-mark question, then you can obviously leave it in choice. Okay. So now, having discussed all this, in the first 15 minutes, you should be very clear as to which which are the problems that you're going to leave in option and which are the problems you're going to write. The questions that you know very confidently, please write first. Whether I should write theory first, whether I should write MCQ first or descriptive questions first, like that multiple children ask this question to me. So it's based on your comfort level. How will you know your comfort level? You should write at least 2 full-fledged papers. So we have chapter wise tests and we have module wise test also. All this you can choose, and full-fledged test also. Which you want, you please choose. Okay, whichever you want, you please choose and write accordingly. At least two full-fledged papers should be written. For the online students, those of you watching the video, you can find a link of the test series in the description box below, and feel free to reach out to us in case of any questions that you have. So, two full-fledged tests is what actually you have to write, so that at least so that you are able to understand. Okay, this is how I will feel on the day of the exam. Okay, and am I finding MCQs to be easy? Am I finding theory to be easy? Am I in a position to complete the paper? Is my time management good or not? All this you will know only when you attempt these test series. So I strongly recommend that you take up the test. So taking up one test will definitely reduce your fear of failure. You can take it from me. So then next is, okay. So in what order should you prepare the topics? So generally the order that you are comfortable with, but in respect of, weightage, or in respect of level of difficulty, I would say first you can complete your operating, marginal, standard, budget, and then your cost bookkeeping. This is generally asked for 10 marks, and most of you found this topic to be very easy also. That's a wonderful thing. Full 10 marks you should be able to pocket in. So I'm saying how to score high, how to not have the fear of failure. Please aim for 70, 75 marks so that we land up in 60, 55. It's going to help you in aggregate also. It's going to boost your aggregate also. So very good that most of you have found cost bookkeeping to be easy. Going to be generally asked for 10 marks. Okay. So then what is it? Then obviously you should focus on material, employee cost or labor, then overheads, cost sheet, then the balance topics, joint products, process. Process is also important. I'm not saying anything is important or not important. Process will consume a lot of time, okay, for preparation. So those of them who want to like complete the portions fast, so for them, I am giving this order. Okay. And so if you're really running short of time, then please do marginal at the end. If you're really running short of time, if you're doing both groups, you're not having good amount of time for revision, please do marginal at the end. Okay. So these are the basic things that I wanted to give you as notes. So if you have any questions, online students also, if you're facing any issues in preparation of cost accounting as well as CMA is concerned, please drop a message to me. Okay. I would be more than happy to help you. Okay. So see you in the next video. Bye everyone.